Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Customer Service Champions training video. I'm delighted you joining me today, and I always appreciate you for watching our training videos. We've got a lot of positive feedback that we are cherishing and appreciate everyone helping us grow and develop to becoming a customer service champion in our journey. Today, part of this journey is becoming a positive leader for your organization. Customer service, as you know, many of you guys who work in customer service and working with clients, relationships, it's all about that emotional connection. But how can you make an emotional connection, a positive emotional connection, if you're not positive? So, we're going to be talking about those 5 ways that you can become a positive leader in your organization and take customer service from good to great. My name is Tal Schnell. I'm your customer service trainer, coach, and speaker to help you add value to your client relationships so they become positive in the long haul, both short term and long term for your business, because your business wants loyalty. So let's talk about the 5 ways. The first one I want to share with you, and this is something that works for me, may not work for you, but that's something that gets me going every day and gets me inspired every day. Because here's the thing about leadership, you can't give what you don't have. And here's what I'm saying here, folks, is that you got to put a lot of work in here before you can deliver and be a person of influence. Is all about adding value here first with your growth, with your potential, with your motivation. If you're not motivated, how can your team be motivated? And I think that yes, motivation is a personal thing. It's very personal to each and every one of us. But remember, if you're becoming a person of influence around your team, people follow your lead. So if you're having a bad day and you're stressed out or you're complaining or you're just being negative, people are going to pick up that negative energy. That's what I'm saying. Now, they're not necessarily don't have self motivation, but if the person around them is not motivated, is not positive, and I'm not saying you're going to be there 100% every day, but it's just an example. Your leadership is a model to other people. So you have to understand where your power of influence is how you coming across as a leader, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So number one is ask yourself, some people have morning routines. They have things that kind of get them throughout the day. For me, it is about the morning routine. I have to kind of look in some things. I may be reading, I may be listening to a podcast, I may find a quote that kind of gets me going for the day. Whatever that is, I know that there's something out there that's going to get my juices going for the day, and I can be inspired by it, and it puts some ideas in my head on how to become a positive person and making a difference. I think that many of us are know this on intellectually, but we really need to take the knowledge and apply it to what we're doing every day. So be inspired, be motivated. I know it's a cliche, but if you're not, then you have to look inside and see how can you become that person that people want to be around. And that's what a person of influence is, that someone wants to be around this person because they have a positive energy, they're forward looking, they are wanting to help the organization succeed and help people succeed. One of the best quotes I saw yesterday by John Gordon is that great leaders see greatness in others. And that's an inspiring quote, because if you are seeing greatness around you, then you waking up every morning and you're just pumped up and inspired. So that's number one: be inspired yourself and be upbeat. Number two is keeping the vision fresh and in front of your team, keeping that vision fresh for them. They may have heard your vision several times in different communication with on a daily communication with you, but you got to keep the momentum going. You got to keep that motivation there for that vision. Why is it so inspiring? Keep that purpose. The big why has to be connected to the vision, because people want to know. Many leaders think that, oh, I've communicated this last week, I communicated this a couple months ago, and this is what I said to my team. as a leader, you've got to sharpen that saw, and you got to keep that record playing of that vision and find the bigger purpose and keep finding that bigger purpose. Because if you think about the companies like Starbucks, for example, I remember reading about Howard Schultz. His vision was to share that vision and keep the purpose in front of the Starbucks staff members and the baristas. And they were a new business, and every time they opened up a new coffee shop, they wanted to make sure that the message is there, that the culture is there. Well, how do you do that? You keep the vision fresh, you keep the people motivated, and you got to be creative in how you do that, because people are connected to your leadership, vision, and purpose. That's how people can be connected to what you're doing. So those are important things for you. And then number three is recognizing people for their wins. All of us have these little small wins that we do every day with our customers and colleagues. And it's really important to recognize those as part of the celebration. The other day, I heard a really great quote about what is a culture. A culture is what we celebrate. And so what are you celebrating? What are you recognizing people for? Because you may have established some values and things in your organization that if people are doing them the right way, you want to recognize them for doing so, because it is something that you set forth as a leader in your organization. And how do you know when people win? You go back and you watch those things that they do right, and you recognize them for it and celebrate with them and make a big deal about it. What are you doing there as a leader is that you are reinforcing the correct behavior. You're reinforcing the right behavior there, the right values, if you will. And once you do that, those are things that can get people motivated to do more of that. I'm sure each one of you can go back to a moment. Here's a really good question for you. Tell me about a time when you got recognized and you felt valued and you wanted to just celebrate. Who was that person? What did they do to you that you can go back and think about? And now you can go back to your team and ambassadors and share the same celebration and recognition with them, because they want to feel the same way that you have. So that's number three on our list here. Number four, don't forget to smile. Customer service can be challenging sometimes, but remember the saying, kill them with kindness, keep your smile, be optimistic. Every day is a new opportunity to learn new things. And when you learn new things, you're becoming better, you're becoming stronger, and it's all about growth. So don't look at things as a negative thing, but a learning thing. So you can take that as a learning experience. Keep your smile on, keep your positivity. One thing I forgot to mention on number one is that people want to be around someone who's they understand it's not going to be every day is not the best day, but at least you are overcoming adversity. You're overcoming adversity with a smile. You're keeping your positive energy out there, and that's very important to leadership, that you are optimistic and you keep that energy on a kind of an even kill there. So number five, look for solutions in everything that you do. Positive leaders are looking for positive solutions. They don't get stuck in negativity or complaining or gossiping, or all this minutia is really not healthy for any organization, any families, any relationships. Those are the type of things that are not helpful. So what great leaders do is they put a hat on, and that hat on says solution focused leader. When they think about solutions, that's when their organizations start picking up and elevating and scaling up their customer service. Because now, remember, I tell this to people all the time. When you got hired on the team, wherever you are, someone in the organization thought that you can provide solutions to the organization. Someone thought that you can add value with your leadership, with your personal leadership, to take their organization to somewhere positive. So remember the day that you got hired. Why did someone bring you on? Remember the day that you got interviewed. Why did someone bring you on? Because at that moment, someone asked you some questions about the challenges and how are you going to solve these problems? How are you going to come up with solutions? And you came up with some. Now it's time to execute and implement those in your organization so you can become a positive leader to create more solutions and bring about positive change for your organization. These are some ideas. I know many of you have some other ideas for me. Please share them with me. I love to hear your feedback on how to become the positive, inspiring leader in your organization, because we have one shot, and this is that shot that we go in and we make a difference. And I usually appreciate you for tuning into those videos and adding value to you. If you've got any feedback, comments for us, please let us know at Customer Service Champions. We have a Facebook group. Please join us. And as hopefully you'll have a great week ahead of you. I thank you so much for watching this video.